Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, Bitcoin is the same price it was like 2 days ago. But it's also the same price that it was like 4 days ago. And it's the same price it was like a week ago. Also the same price it was 2 weeks ago. However, the potential for this janky inverse head and shoulders is still in play. Make sure you smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you're new. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Saturday. Let's get right into the charts. Bitcoin currently trading at 110, 173, and 59 cents. Looking good, looking good. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Very, very telling. What's interesting is this literally looks identical to every single weekend. What's cool though is that the big fat liquidity doesn't have any barrier, I suppose, if you consider it that, even though it would be easier to fall. 111, 161. You know what? I think I forgot to turn on my webcam. 111, 161. Let's go turn that on. All right. Hey, what's going on? Okay. 111, 161. And then next we got... I'll go to the top of this, 111, 317. And then I'll go, I guess, to the very top of the next chunk, 112, 409. Okay, and then down below, oops. Oh boy, there we go. Down below, we got 109, 834. See, that's awfully close to where we're trading right now, which has me a little bit concerned, but 109, well, no, I'll go to the big one, 109, 132. And I guess I'll go to the very bottom of this chunk. That's quite light, though, isn't it? 108, 352. Okay. So that's our little chunk or little range that the market maker has allowed us to trade in for the weekend, as always. We're currently getting a, I would call it an M normally, but it also reminds me of a harmonic. So I would not be surprised if we traded down to 108, 109, maybe even 105. No, 105 is a little too far. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure, again, how harmonics work to a T. I know that the lines have to be a certain length. So it's entirely possible that this is not a harmonic. But I could see it, and those usually break up. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin dominance, 58.61. We got a little double top action, but it is hesitant to drop here. So more potential upside is definitely in the cards. It's dancing around that moving average. Your RSI, or your momentum wave, is hanging out in the upper half. So it is maybe a little bit spiced up. We could see some downside. We could also see some upside. Nothing really crazy. I could actually see this playing out again. And then get back above 59. Hopefully it doesn't break above 60. I wouldn't mind just another touch of 60. Even if this is just a touch of 59 or 59.25. because we broke above, or we broke below 59.25, and we never retested it and confirmed it bearish. So I could see rejection at 59. Let's call it 59.2, because I think that's where about we're at. So we'll see what plays out here. But similar pattern unfolding seemingly on Bitcoin dominance. ETH is down 0.69%. Nice. Currently trading at 42.77. Seemingly finding support at 42.40 again, but it does seem to be getting weaker. And the structure that we had here proved to be completely irrelevant after an attempted support hold. So we had support, 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 break, didn't even test it as resistance, support down here, break, kind of, I guess, tested that as resistance, and we're now continuing the downside. So our cushion area is between 41.65 and 42.40. We'll see if that holds. Otherwise, 4K definitely up for consideration, especially because we blasted through 4K, didn't retest it, and then continued to the upside. A 4K retest I would not mind. And that would also spell a harmonic, which again, I'm not 1000% positive how to properly draw a harmonic, but I know that it's this general shape and that it does result in upside. So we might unfortunately have to, and unfortunately is my impatient side speaking, we might unfortunately have to wait for 4K ETH before we get a nice blast off. And that really long lasting consolidation, capitulation, the time capitulation might be the way that we do it. So we'll see what happens. Look for support and resistance at these areas of confluence. 4K is my target if we retrace. Sol is currently down 1.32% on the day, trading right at $200. It's at 200.7 right now, right above 200.56. We did lose our, I'm going to call that like a midpoint line, the purple trend line, which was, it was like a neckline for this fugly head and shoulders. Resistance here in two different spots, support here, support here. So there's confluence there for sure. If we lose this 200 level, 184 could be in the cards if this lower trend line doesn't come into play. What I guess I would want to know is if ETH goes to 4K, where is Sol going to go? Maybe 175? That seems a little bit deep, so maybe let's see if 184 holds. If we even lose this. I could see 184 being incredibly oversold on the RSI, depending on how long it takes to get there, so see what happens. Total 3 is down 0.33% on the day, currently trading at 1.03. We are sitting right in the middle, in between 1.07 and 1 trillion, like dead center almost. So we've been very much just consolidating in this big range right here. This has been the safe space for total 3. What I'm interested in is, and there's only 2 points of confluence, so it's not like a huge event. We got 1, 2 touches. What's going to happen when we get to that again? Is it going to have a reaction, or is it just going to chop right through it, go down to 1 trillion again, or maybe go up to 1.07, and then this eventually becomes irrelevant? Only time will tell. But the RSI and the price action on a 4-hour time frame both look very consolidating. So I'm excited to see something happen. That's what I want, man. I just want something to happen. We've had zero excitement out of this thing since like the transition from July to August. There was a little bit of fun, exciting dip right here. But since then, we've literally just been chopping in this range for what seems like forever. So it'll be exciting to see what happens. ADA is down 1.3% on the day, currently trading at 81.99. We had this wedge, which we were watching, and we got a nice bounce off of 80, little fake out below 80 with this lovely little wick. And we seemingly broke out of this triangle, retested, confirmed bullish, but now we're going sideways, which we've seen before. Is this going to be some kind of a little consolidation before it rips And if that does happen, does that invalidate our wedge? I'm not entirely sure. We've even seen it here. This little downturn, breakout, consolidation, and then it just kind of stair-stepped up. Right here. I guess this was a descending broadening wedge, so this is a little bit different. But if you just count this, you broke out, kind of traded sideways, and then broke up. Justin said, how's everyone doing? What's going on, Justin? It's a quiet day. Quiet day indeed. Saturday. Early September. I feel like September, October is our best month as far as outdoor activities go in Michigan. You might want to get that best entry buy-in before daily close. What do you mean for the... Oh, the perfect entry? So we did one last night. You're thinking I should do another one today? I'll probably wait. We've had a good time in between each one of them. This is the last asset. And yesterday we had a hard enough time getting people to show up. So I'm going to wait. It does look like a good time to buy, though. I'm going to open a long because I'm an idiot. It's done. I should have opened it 10 minutes ago. Okay. Anyways. Where was I? Sol, ADA, SNEK. SNEK is down 1.48%. What did you buy, Pith? I believe we bought Pith, yes. Yeah, Pith won yesterday. And we're up $10. Look at that. That's freaking sweet. And we're not supposed to look at this yet. This is that's supposed to be at the end of the day. I'm long, been stopped out, and re-entered all day. Annoying. Yeah. I just babysit my trades like a sociopath. SNEK is chilling at 37,201. We've been lingering in between 35 and 38, 39, so. Apparently it is the shit, Justin. That thing's, it's up 10% after day one. That might be one of our fastest growers. SNEK, having a little trouble getting above 38, 39. But I have faith. There's not much I can really talk about this that's going to be negative. John said, JJ the man, smash the like. Appreciate you, John. Happy Saturday. XRP's down 0.17% on the day. So XRP is interesting because it broke below its lower trend line. And it's been trying to get above it ever since, and it's having trouble. But I've talked about this a million times. You guys are probably sick of hearing about it. Every time there's a triangle, it always breaks out in like a fake out move the first time. The first breakout is always a fake out. And I can adjust the lines all day and all that. But it is my belief that this is the false move. Trapping bears, tricking bears, trapping shorts. And eventually, it's going to break above and then just go crazy. And no one's going to know what the heck's going on. That's just my belief. Personal. You know, I might be an idiot. I might be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a civilian. But it's down 0.17%. It is lingering, holding above 275 very nicely with some nice wicks right here, indicating some buy pressure. So getting above that purple trend line is going to be a big one. Currently sitting at 2.8. Your RSI is about to cross bullish over the moving average. And your momentum wave is on the lower half. So it's got room to grow for sure. Justin said, I agree. It's going to happen really fast. What's up, John? JJ and I are both long. Are you trading? Yeah, I'd like to know John's opinion. This is the trading stream. We're gonna make some trades on the stream. Maybe not publicly. Maybe I'm not gonna log into my accounts on this computer because I have a separate computer specifically for that. I also have a separate account for trading on stream, which is currently in the middle of a trade off stream. So we'll see. We'll see. I will say, my stream account started with like $20, and I'm at 60 right now. I'm pretty proud of that. Not that I've been trading on stream because I'm an idiot, but my P&L looks good. HBAR is down 1.52%, broke below 22, still struggling to get back above it. We've been watching this level for quite some time. We got some buy pressure wicks right here, which we had right here. Didn't mean nothing. It still continued to go down. So midpoint kind of holding. I don't know. We'll see if that breaks or holds 21. If we lose 21, then 20 is definitely in the cards. Justin said, you long Bitcoin or another coin, JJ? I only, mostly, I guess I shouldn't say only. I mostly trade ADA because I know it. I did really good with Sol for a while, but I feel like it's lost its momentum. And I did really good with SWE for a while as well, and it's the same story. John said, I'm a Crow guy, and ZBCN also into. Nice. Yeah, dude, Crow's been ripping, like for real. Buy and hold is the best strategy. You don't have to stress with losses. Exactly. That's why I only trade with like 1 or 2% of my portfolio. If I'm like really crazy, it'll be like 5%, but it's always a small amount. It's never anything nuts. It's like buying a scratch off, man. And if I'm really lucky, you know, and I make a 10x on something, then I can DCA with that money. That's extra savings, essentially. So with HBAR, look for 21 to hold. If it doesn't, then 20 is definitely in play. Otherwise, I would love to see it break 22, but we're kind of in a mid zone right now. What's interesting is the RSI is kind of climbing while the price is chopping sideways. So there's eventually going to be a deviation somewhere that will lead to some type of divergence, which we'll have to keep an eye on. But for now, it's just a little bit choppy. We got some bullish div and some green dots back here, so there's potential for a big move up. SWE's down 1.02% on the day, currently trading at 3.33. We held 325, which we've talked about already. Held 325 really nicely. We're having trouble with 342, and right now we're right in the middle. This looks like a potential for harmonic if it keeps going down. And if we lose 325, then I'm still looking for this move that it's repeated a million times and we've observed it on the chart. Eventually, there will be a point, though, where that does not happen, or maybe it happens a little bit higher. Maybe that was it. That would be interesting. So let's see if that plays out just a little bit higher. I'm going to leave it down here, though, still. But we've watched it before where there seems to be an obvious trend, and everyone and their brother's like, I want the best entry, and they never get it because they get front ran by all the smart people who have a little bit more patience. They can wait an extra 3 or 4 days, and they don't mind the price going down maybe 5 or 10%. It's all psychological. John said, I like watching JJ and seeing how to read charts to try to learn, but it's like Chinese to me. I mean, it's very much Chinese to everyone, I think. Everyone has their own ways of doing everything. My favorite thing and my most lucrative so far has literally been to zoom out and just see what has happened in the chart in the past. The way that I do my charting is very much drawn from other viewers. All of these lines, the points of interest, that Pulse Player said, sup JJ, what's going on that Pulse Player? The lines, the horizontal lines all over the chart, the ones that aren't labeled as people's all-time high estimates, these are points of interest based on what other viewers have explained to us their way of trading. I like fractals. Fractals are just fun. Fractals are just nice, innocent fun. So you'll never convince me that a fractal's stupid. I think it's too much fun, man. But the horizontal lines are points of interest based on previous price action where the price has either bounced or, you know, ran into resistance, and it almost always comes into play, which is crazy to me. Now, the alternative way to do that, a very similar way, yeah, see, ETH has a ton of them on here. And unfortunately, I'm guilty of going to people's channels and being like, oh my gosh, this guy's chart's a mess. I'm never going to understand what he's saying. I'm not going to watch this idiot. And then I leave. So I know that there's people that come here and they see all of this nonsense and they're like, ooh, I don't want to watch this guy. And they move on. But, you know, I guess I'm not trying to please everybody. I got my own way of doing things. I'm not going to try to modify it. But I'm more than willing to listen. If somebody's like, hey, man, you know, you should check this out and try this, then that's actually how this all came to be. Trend lines are really easy and all that stuff. Dixie said, smash the like. Appreciate you, Dixie. Guys, Dixie is the head honcho. He is the leader. I'm just kidding. He is part of a threesome of dudes that all live together in a very small dorm that created Dong at UCLA. And yesterday was their 1-year birthday, and they actually got the idea from Dixie's dad while they were water skiing, I believe is the story. I don't know. There's something with water skiing. The police were involved, and they were like, dog? And that's how it came to be. There's like a whole documentary on it. It's really cool. So, appreciate you, Dixie. Anyways, enough about my nonsense trading techniques. Sweet. I would love it if this was that dip, and this thing just started to rip from here. So, we'll see. If it chops sideways underneath 430 or 342 and then continues to the upside, then maybe that's exactly what happened. Only time will tell. Obviously, RSI is sitting right in the middle, momentum wave pointing to the downside with a little bit of red signaling some potential further downside. So we'll see. Ondo's down 1.06% on the day. We got a little fake out to the downside, nice bounce off of 87.5. We're currently sitting below our lower trend line again at 90.17. We are holding above 90 though, which is important. But my lower trend line becoming irrelevant is a little bit sad, even though there was not a ton of confluence. I think there was maybe 2 or 3 hits. Regardless, my bottom is still in play, that 80 area. We'll see if that breaks out. What the heck is this line? Not entirely sure. I'm going to get rid of that. So we'll see what happens. Ondo, very quiet, very choppy, very consolidating. I would love to see this thing just blast the upside along with everything else. Arrow's down 3.77%. Again, still diddling around 110, 115, which was our target area for our head and shoulder breakout. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, target, measured. Front ran. My front run was 115. We hit that. My actual lower target was 110. We hit both. That would have been a very lucrative trade, but again, I did not take it because I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh, that's an option? Would that erase all of my drawings? Why is that so easy to accidentally hit? So here, see, I also kind of see a janky inverse head and shoulders here. The neckline. And it kind of broke above and then failed. I don't know. We're going to ignore that. Right now it's just chopping, consolidating. It does kind of look like it broke out of 115 though. And is retesting after rejecting 123. So your RSI is dancing around the moving average. You did get a confirmed red dot on Market Cipher way back here, which would have marked a nice top to short, not financial advice, but if you would have shorted that, 5% on 10x leverage, that's a 50% trade. If you guys do want to leverage trade, treat it like gambling. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. There are links in the description for non-KYC leverage trading exchanges. Also keep in mind, because they're non-KYC leverage exchanges, you might lose your money. You always got to take that into consideration. So don't deposit like $20,000 into there. But I do earn a commission, so if you do, at least somebody will come out on top. Yeah, with Aerodrome, I don't know. This thing's been dancing around these little ranges for a couple of days now. That's getting interesting. I do find it fascinating though that the price has not moved, but the RSI is climbing. So there's a divergence there forming, it seems. We'll see if it ends up overbought next time it hits 123. Definitely seems like something that could happen. But that red dot may be signaling some further downside. We'll see what comes of it. Pinlink is down 8.79%, below 60 again. This is the third time this has happened. Last time we had 3 hits below 60, 1, 2, 3. It resulted in some tremendous downside upside. So let's see if that occurs again. This time higher. That would be a higher low scenario, which is nice. Regardless, we'll keep an eye on it. We rejected $1 twice, and now we're holding right above 50. We're at 56 right now, 56.92. 50 is obviously going to be psychological level, which was kind of the neckline for this triple bottom. That pulse play said, John, thank you. Support 40? I would call it 40. So yeah, we'll see. Below 60 always seems like a buy to me because it seems to recover very nicely. So I'll make this a little bit thicker. Not financial advice. We are getting some nice support at our midpoint of between 50 and 60, around 55. Render is down 1.34%. We're holding our lower trend line very nicely. And yeah, this thing's just consolidating as well, just like everything else. Our breakout target, not financial advice, 450-ish. So we'll see if the actually are larger. If we go for the full flag, sometimes people do the lower half, sometimes people do the whole thing. I like to do the lower half. I like my targets to be on the smaller side. That way I don't end up holding and then round tripping. But if I go for the whole flag, it's looking like a $5.80 target, which would be crazy. So we'll see what happens. As of right now, we're having trouble getting above 350. But we are also having trouble breaking below our lower trend line, which currently sits at around 327, 328. So is this going to form a harmonic just like everything else? I don't know. Our RSI is potentially about to get a bullish cross over the moving average or a rejection, in which case would probably result in more downside. And our momentum wave very much consolidating into the center. So see what happens with that. Stellar is down 0.72% on the day, currently trading at 35.70. We did lose our trading range, which we watched for quite some time, and now we are just trapped in this sideways consolidation. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Your RSI is climbing as well while the price does nothing. There's got to be something to that. It is having trouble getting above 50, it seems, and the price level cannot seem to get above 37. Another harmonic potential forming. I'm only pointing these out because I see them. I'm not a diehard harmonic guy, but you know, it's pretty obvious when you see it. It's kind of like it's like a wide M. So potential bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI inbound, signaling a possible reversal here. Otherwise, your momentum wave is entering bottomed out territory. It's just on the bottom half right now of market cipher. So we'll see if that turns into anything. Polkadot is up 0.18% on the day, getting a nice reaction off of 378 and its lower trend line, which it's been holding very nicely. If we break below, looking for a potential touch of 350 before a reaction. Otherwise, I would look for a full retracement to 333. But for now, lower trend line's holding very nicely. Upper trend line has a lot of confluence. I actually feel very strongly about this Polkadot pattern because we've watched it play out before. So we'll see what comes of it. At the very least, I would like to touch the upper trend line one more time before breaking down. So give me one of these and then do whatever you got to do. I would love to see it do this, though, which I've drawn out. I'm going to leave it there just in case it plays out. But for now, 378's holding strong. RSI looks great, consolidating in the middle, and your momentum wave is pointing to the upside again. Altcoins down 2.11% on the day, currently trading at 73.28. Potential double bottom. 1, 2. We'll see if anything comes of that. I would look for a break above 8. I'm going to put a temporary trend line there. I can't hold it for that long. Hold on. Okay. So we'll see if we get a break above that. Otherwise, our little support area seems to be right at 7.2 with a nice little wick right there. Did I think I scooted the fractal. Yeah, I stretched and moved the fractal around here. So there's still potential, I suppose, for a little bit of cheating. Yeah, I could do that. But it's getting close to the point where my stretching is not gonna suffice for. I guess I could do that. Maybe a touch of 61. I kind of like that now. Changing my mind. It's growing on me. Let's see if Altcoin comes down, touches 61, and then heads back up from there with a monstrous rally. First, breaking through $1. We rejected 8, like I said. So let's see if we lose 7.2 and head towards 6.1. CAS is down 3.02% on the day. We broke below 8.2, rejected, and got a wick bounce off of 7.6. Justin said, dabs, a hot sweet tea with cream, a cigar, and some mini Nilla wafers. Now ready to see the big green squeeze candle. Dude, I might have to go and get Nilla wafers just because you said that. I remember the mini ones being amazing as well because you could just pop them in your mouth. I haven't had Nilla wafers in so long. That might be one of the first like cookies that I enjoyed with milk. So CAS, let's see if CAS can hold above 76. I like that wick. I'm not really a big fan of this violent downturn. I'm not sure why that occurred. Have we seen that yet? Yeah, actually we have. Seems to be a frequent occurrence. Quite often, so I don't know, are there opportunities to short this? Unfortunately, it looks like it's doing this, where it's going to recover a little bit and then go down some more. Yeah, it would perfectly line up with the rejection at 82.76, so let's see if that happens. I'm looking for this to play out. I don't remember. Okay, I'm looking for this to play out. So I'm going to make this semi-transparent. We'll see if it plays out or not. I would love for it to not play out that way. But we'll see. We shall see. All right. Avalanche is down 0.33% on the day. It's holding its trend line, looking really, really good. Consolidating to this apex of this triangle. Is it going to get a move? And is that move going to be up or down? So far, we got above 25 once in recent history before we rejected twice. So we rejected twice, grabbed some liquidity, broke above it for a hot second, but rejected our upper trend line. More liquidity grab. See if we can get a break. Above 25, and then eventually probably above 25.6, 25.7. Your RSI is about to crash bullish over the moving average, and your momentum wave had a green dot and is pointing to the upside. So the potential is there for Avalanche to get some upside from here. Currently sitting at 24.37. Looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Chainlink is up, or down, I'm sorry, 0.27%. We have our downtrend continuing out of our ascending channel. Broke down, lost 24.42. And we're sitting right above 21.67. We're at 22.22. Seemingly showing a little bit of strength, I suppose. It's not dumping, you know, it's just chopping slowly to the downside. Your RSI did get a bullish cross over the moving average, and you do have a green dot on your momentum wave and a pending green dot on market cipher. If that solidifies itself, we could see some decent upside. It's a could, not a guarantee, so keep that in mind. Outside of that, it does look like I have an old fractal that shows chop to the downside, stopping around 15, 16, and at the end of October, just starting to absolutely send it to 80 bucks. So if this thing breaks below 20 bucks, I'm probably gonna load up like crazy. Not financial advice. As of right now, let's see if we hold 21.67. Doge is down 0.68% on the day, currently trading at 21.63. Break above 22 would be a big deal. We seem to have tremendous support around 21, which is crazy. This is that airbag cushion that all those other alts have. We traded in this big range between 22 and 24. And then we established this smaller range in between 21 and 22. If we can't get above 22, eventually we're probably going to break down and at least dance around 20. Maybe we can make this range a little bit bigger. But for now, the price is like in the middle of these two areas, and the RSI is in the middle of these two areas. And even your momentum wave hardly spends any time above or below. It's kind of dead center. So there's a lot of consolidation going on in Dogecoin. And I also, if I zoom out, I see a big triangle. If you don't go all the way back to this, actually I would. That's what I would point out. Look at that. And it's right at the peak right now, right there. Not a ton of confluence at the bottom, which, you know, gives me a little less confidence, but the triangle's definitely there for sure. If you don't see it, then I can't really help you. The triangle's there, and your RSI has been just comfortably lingering in the middle ever since this thing started to consolidate towards the upper half, towards the upper trend line of that triangle as well. So we'll see if anything happens with that. I guess I'll leave that on there. NIR's up 0.13% on the day, dancing around its lower trend line. Held 234 nicely, but we are like repeatedly losing our trend line, which again, you know, not a ton of confluence. It's kind of sloppy. Yeah, the NIR one's probably the sloppiest, honestly. A little too volatile for potential. And what sucks about this one is you got a false move right here. So would that invalidate this false move? Is that the true breakdown? I have no idea. It's kind of doing something similar with the RSI. The price action, not so much. Price action very much consolidating to the downside. But your RSI is kind of just lingering to the right. You got a green dot on your momentum wave, signaling a potential short-term uptrend, which you're getting right now with your green candle, which is, this candle alone is up 1.01%. You're sitting at $2.40, right below your lower trend line. A lot of wicks, a lot of indecisiveness right here. I'm seeing right here. I think NIR maybe just trades very indecisive on Binance. But your RSI is so consolidated right like dead center. There's not much I can say about this. Guys, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you get your guesses ready. Pengu's down 1.72, 1.69% on the day, holding our 28-cent support line, which is our midpoint, very nicely. If we lose that, then 25 is definitely in the cards. Bitcoin, 1 minute time frame, currently trading 110, 213, and 99 cents. Looking good. You guys got 36 seconds until you can begin to guess for the daily close contest. Transition over to our game page. And all right. Oh, after this, I'm going to my mom's. We're house sitting right now, so we're gonna utilize her bougie kitchen, and hopefully I can talk my fiance into making some brownies. But I know her and my daughter are going to make some cookies. I think we can do both. 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone can play. Only one will win. Chance for you to win up to $100. You submit your guess for what you think the daily close price for Bitcoin is going to be. And if you nail the first 6 digits, you win 20 bucks. If you nail all 8, which includes the change, you win 100. If you don't do either of those, closest without going over wins bragging rights and a lovely picture of some phallic food. It's a ton of fun. Completely free to play. All you have to do is like the video and subscribe. We got Justin coming in with 110, 269. Nice. Okay, we got Tyler. Tyler said zoom in, please. Okay, that's fair. 110, 210, or 110, 201 penny. Okay, cheers, guys. Happy Saturday. Oh, yeah, delicious. All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for dinner. That's still up in the air. Bitcoin, $110, $200 even. You guys have 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Also, don't forget to smash the like button. Tyler coming in with 110, 201 penny. That pulse play coming in with 110 even. Dang. Anybody else? Current rankings as they stand. We have Tyler with 34 wins in first place. Fahid with 21 wins in second place. Tom Selleck with 16 wins in third place. Hoffs with 15 wins in fourth place. J Shear 2.0 with 13 wins in fifth place. Janix and Mr. Robbers with 11 wins in seventh place. Giovanni Fontes with 10 wins in eighth place. Waterfly with 9 wins in ninth place. And Drummer and Gourmet Brands Brooklyn with 5 wins in 10th place. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I messed one up. You guys get the point. You can look at it yourself. Tyler said, actually, eliminate that penny. It scares me now. It's too late, my friend. It is too late. Recognize said 110, 250.69er. Did you receive? I did. I did to receive. Recognize. $110, 250.69. All right, I got you. Bitcoin currently trading at 110, 200 even. You got 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining on the clock. It is completely flatlined. Tyler attempting to change his guess to 110, 200 even. Recognize said right on. What do you guys think? I'm going to leave it to a poll. Do we let Tyler change his guess? It's up to you guys. The people will decide. The man who is number 1 wants to change his guess. Are we going to let it happen? Degener coming in with 110.097. Oh, did somebody already pick 110, 200? No. Nope. Tyler said it's not evil. What the F? Who said it was evil? Justin said, I thought somebody already picked that 110, too. So we have 110, 200 and 110, 250 and 69 cents. Tyler said, don't make me do this again, JJ. I'll come back tomorrow with a vengeance. It's not me, man. It's up to the people. The people have spoken. Guys, you got 26 seconds remaining on the clock. Anybody else? Anybody at all? It's getting awfully spicy. It's at 50-50 right now. You guys are just trolling now at this point. If it's 50-50, I'm going to have my fiance decide. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating. I'm ending the poll. It is 50-50. Fiance will decide. Tyler said you told me no on a penny change. All right, ladies and gents, let's get these bad boys up on the board. Do I let Tyler change his guess by 1 penny? You are the deciding factor. The votes were 50-50. Yes or no? Okay. All right, love you. Bye. The final verdict is in. The fiance voted on a yes. Tyler, 110, 200 is changing. Your fate is sealed, my friend. Numero uno, we got Justin coming in with 110, 269. And then, these are too thick. Hang on. That's what she said. And then, Recognize with a 110, 250.69. And then, Tyler, a 110, 200. And then, Degener with a 110.097. And then, 110.000 with that pulse player. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating. dyor currently in the lead with 110.97. We got 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Recognize said, go ahead and change Tyler's. Tyler said, I hope you don't let me and I take your 100 and don't donate it back. I mean, that would be epic if I didn't let you change it and you won like perfectly. That would be hilarious. I would clip the crap out of that. Recognize said, I'm as degenerate as it gets. Let's effing go. Ladies and gentlemen, the daily close contest is closing in. We got 18 people watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Saturday. Cheers. Bitcoin currently trading at 110, 184, and 73 cents. The fiance ended up deciding Tyler's fate after we had 3 people vote yes, 3 people vote no. It was a 50-50 split on allowing Tyler to change his guess from 110, 201 penny to 110, 200. He has been off by 69 cents in the past, and Hoff's lost by 1 penny on 2 separate occasions as well. Bitcoin currently trading at 110, 187, and 98 cents. We got 2 candles remaining. This is the candle before the candle that will determine everyone's fate. 110, 187, 97. 1 minute and 49 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin a little bit oversold on the 1 minute time frame, entering the safe zone on that RSI. Is it going to pump, dump, or chop is the question. dyor still in the lead, quite a large gap for our friend. Yesterday, Tyler won by a massive last microsecond pump. Is that going to happen again today? We got 1 minute and 22 seconds to figure that out. Bitcoin 110, 187, 98. It is still lingering. What are you guys doing this weekend? Any plans? Any crazy dinner? Any crazy trips? Any crazy encounters? What do you got? Let me know in the chat. I like hearing you guys' stories. 110, 187, 97. We got 60 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin is still chopping sideways. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. dyor still in the lead. 51 seconds remaining. 110, 187, 97 on Bitcoin. What's it going to be? This is the ultimate daily close with the price doing exactly what it's been doing. What happened here? Goodness. What on earth? Tyler said, I'm effing working. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay? Breathe, man. Breathe. Bitcoin, 25 seconds remaining on the clock. 110, 187, 97. 20 seconds left. This is it, guys. Justin said, I'm having banana pudding with wafers for dessert. Ooh, that's what my Uncle Billy dropped on the floor that one time. I think I told that story. I might tell it again if you guys want to hear it. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, dyor, on your victory. The daily close for Bitcoin, 110, 187, 97. Completely flatlining, 110, 187, 97. Congratulations, dyor, on your victory. 110, 187, 97. Very cool. dyor with a guess of 110, 097. 0.00. That's actually pretty dang good. Congratulations, my friend, on your victory. There's that pump that Tyler was looking for. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Press the button. Yay! Congratulations, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Let me get dyor in this winner's Google Doc. Let me just check something. dyor is up to 4 wins. 1 more win and dyor will be on the board with Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Congratulations, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. And let's transition to our regular screen. Can I get a drum roll, please? the winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 110.97 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 110.187.97 on September 6th, 2025. DGenair's prize is a pickle. Congratulations, DGenair, on your victory. Feel free to tickle your pickle. Feel free to share it with a female friend or a male friend, a coworker, a teacher, professor, college professor, an elderly individual, or you can share it with nobody. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Very cool. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some news articles to go through after we finish going through our charts. Silver, up 0.82%, currently trading at 40.9840. Very cool. DXY, choppy sideways, a little bit dumpy, nobody cares. MicroStrategy up 2.53%. No change since yesterday because it's the weekend. NASDAQ, same thing. 23,631, looking good. S&P, same thing. 64,8151. Rest in peace, Ass Fractal 2.0. You were good to us. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin 110, 229 and 30 cents. Let's freaking go. Congratulations, DGenair, once again on your victory. Enjoy your big pickle. Bitcoin dominance 58.61 and falling. Very cool. Let's go through some news articles. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got a chart from Crypto Burb saying, I'll just leave this here. He's calling for a drop to 95.9 thousand and then a rip up to 200K. Early 2026, it looks like, and then a 30% downside, which I would not mind. Then we got breaking. This one's weird. This is a weird one. Microsoft says multiple international subsea cables have been cut in the Red Sea. That's kind of crazy. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but a little spooky. The Rec Fencer posted, this is the final shakeout for altcoins. Alts are more oversold than during COVID, FTX crash, tariff war. No one believes anymore. That's exactly why the alt season is coming. Hell yes, I believe. Mr. Crypto posted, there is now a 100% chance of a rate cut in September, 89% chance of 25, and 11% of 50. Bullish for crypto. Let's freaking go. Stock Money Lizards posted yesterday, actually. Pumptober is coming. Bitcoin. We got a little green liquidity grab and then a monstrous roar to the upside. We'll see what happens. Mustache posted 2016, 2017, 2020, 2021, 2024, 2025. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Higher. We got a dip, a downturn, and then a rip. Mr. Tyler, $5.
I would like to formally say, from tomorrow for the rest of the year, I will match the $100 direct hit for DCC. And also JJ's Jihad.
Did it play the audio is the question. Hang on. I gotta remember what the website's called. I don't remember. I remember now. It's gonna play it as soon as I get to the site. It did? I didn't hear it. Oh. What? I'm gonna replay it.
I would like to formally say, from tomorrow for the rest of the year, I will match the $100 direct hit for DCC. And also JJ's Jihad.
Oh my gosh, I'm G-high? That almost turned into a bad word. I think it would be a bad word. Like borderline terrorist. Jeez. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Taylor. I appreciate that very much. Okay. We got a little dip and then a triangle breakout rip. Dip, triangle breakout rip. Dip, triangle breakout rip. DGenair said, yeah, it's loud as F. Is it really? I tried to turn it down. Super chat overlay. It shouldn't be loud as F. Do I play it again? Is it really that loud? I do like the voice. I don't think I'm ever going to change the voice. That's a great voice. Okay. Next we got another one from Mustache. He said, so we've had a really good summer for alts so far. However, we haven't seen the big altcoin season yet, as we did in 2017, 2021. And it's really not easy to predict when it will happen, but I think we're close. Numerous charts point to this. Q4. Recognize said, when is that damn banana song gonna kick in? Shit. Is there a banana song? Tyler said, are you not gonna put it on the main chart as a reminder? What am I supposed to do? You said, I would like to formally say from tomorrow for the rest of the year, I will match the $100 direct hit for daily close contest. I don't understand what that means. Degener said twice your speaking volume. Really? Dang, that's crazy. Tyler, I'm going to need a better explanation. Okay, Colin Talks Crypto said traditional economic metrics, inverted yield curves, Fed funds rate, and unemployment indicate a stock crash is likely to time approximately, give or take a couple months, with the dropping of the Fed funds rate, which is going to begin happening soon. Many indicators are lining up for Bitcoin to top in 2 to 3 months. However, we have no blow-off parabolic rise, but maybe there won't be one, and that's how everyone gets fooled. There's so many different ways this cycle could go, but I feel it's unwise to ignore the underlying economic indicators above, which were correct in 2000 and 2008. Recommended to view chart in 4K on phone and press and hold on image, view in high resolution. Observations. While the Fed... Jesus, this is bright. While the Fed made a nominal decrease in interest rates last year, it was not significant and they did not continue dropping it, much like in 2020. To those who say there will be no crash, this time is different, I say we haven't waited long enough to know. The Fed funds rate is still high. Tell me it's wrong after the Fed funds rate is back near zero. If the S&P hasn't crashed by then, only then was this forecast wrong. Unemployment, while flat for a year, looks like it's about to break out to a new high level. Zooming out enough, one can see this acceleration in unemployment fits with the pattern. It moves slowly at first and then more suddenly. Each of these crashes followed an inversion of the yield curve, red area of the third chart. Tyler said, if someone hits exact guess, I'll match your 100 on Bitcoin. Recognize said the audio said something about JJ Jihad. That's what I was saying. That's definitely what it sounded like. Jeez. Okay, so you want me to put that on the chart, Tyler? I don't know how to put it on the chart so it stays on the chart though. I literally think like a sticky note on my computer might be the best way. I have to put it on a line. Okay, I'll do that. I think I can make the font bigger too, maybe? No? Can I not make the font bigger? Lame. Oh, I can. Okay, let's go. Okay, I like that. We'll leave that like that then. Like I did for the pin link chart. Yeah, I think I put that on a line, didn't I? I don't even think I have it here. It's on the one from Dex Screener. I thought that said homeless. I was like, that's a crazy meme. Justin said Bitcoin volume is coming in. We may be readying for a launch. Don't tell me that. That sounds freaking amazing. Oh no, I moved something I wasn't supposed to. What am I doing? Congratulations, Degener, once again on your victory. Enjoy your pickle, my friend. Okay, pin link chart. I feel like I always miss it. There it is. Yeah, this is just text. But it's like really zoomed out so it's easy to see and easy to track. We move around the Bitcoin chart way too much. I think I would leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. We'll see it. The number is irrelevant. I'll make it a different color too so I don't accidentally like change it. Okay, Bitcoin. I mean, it does look like it's getting ready to rip. Am I wrong? This is kind of exciting. Look at the 15-minute. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, see, my only concern is we've watched it do this before, where it drops and then it chops and then it drops and then it chops. There's kind of nowhere. It's consolidating though, I guess is the exciting part. And eventually you get drop, chop, and it doesn't have like enough, you know what I mean? Like it shrinks so much that it just goes up again. It does look like it wants to go up too. Dang it. Look at the RSI. A lot of green candles too, compared to this. This last part was just mostly red. I still don't know how to get my volume back on this damn chart. Volume. Dude, imagine if I paid for TradingView and this was like this broken. They like changed it. And now there's no little drop down arrow, so all of this stupid junk shows up and the volume's gone forever. Adios back to Valhalla. Said, nah, zoom in. We're breaking out of the current block. I'm zoomed in. Aren't I? Add it through the indicators. I don't pay for TradingView though. Oh. Wow. That's freaking embarrassing. Thank you, Justin. Holy crap. That was literally gone forever. I'm glad I didn't miss anything. There's no freaking volume on this chart. Recognize said, if you put a jihad on me, I put a jihad on you. From Team America movie. America F yeah. We're here to save the mother effing day. Yeah, a must watch. Okay, so I have a really funny story about that. Me and it was my sister's 21st birthday, and me and my cousins are in charge of watching our other cousin, our younger cousin, Samantha. And Samantha at the time was a little bratty. She was young, so I don't blame her. She was probably like 12, 13, 14. And we were like 15, 16 dumbass teenagers. And we were given money. And Blockbuster was right around the... So we walk up to Blockbuster, rent some movies. We rented Reno 911 Miami, or the movie or something, and Team America World Police. Not knowing how amped up these movies were. And we're watching these movies, and it was really funny. But the story, we're in Blockbuster, and my cousin Dominic looked the oldest out of all of us. He had my Uncle Rob's Blockbuster card. And he hands it, and my cousin Chris never, ever, ever could like lie, even if it was for the benefit of ourselves, renting some adult movies. You know, Team America, they swear, and it's inappropriate and stupid. So we go to rent these movies, and the lady scans everything, and she looks up, and she goes, "You're Rob?" And Dominic goes, "Yeah." And Chris goes, "No, you're not. Your name's Dominic." And we were like, "What?" And Dominic literally straight face looks at the lady and he goes, "Dominic's my nickname." And we left, and like the lady let us get the movie. She was probably so irritated. She was probably like, "You guys are freaking idiots, but I'm gonna let you take these movies anyways because you're stupid." And we leave, and I was dying laughing, dude. I was like, why on earth would anyone on this planet named Rob have Dominic for a nickname? Blew my mind that the lady still let us rent those movies, but it was so freaking funny, dude. It was so funny. Tyler said, "Gotta go, folks. Have a good stream. Like and sub. Appreciate you, Tyler." Justin said, "Add it through the indicator." Yeah, dude, that's that lifesaver. Thank you, Justin. I don't know how I got on that movie. Team America, that's what it was. Oh my god, that was so funny, dude. So freaking funny. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin looks exciting. We got some more news articles to go through. Colin Talks Crypto giving us another one. Unemployment rate. Oh god, I'm not gonna read all of that. Basically, number go up. He's looking at the slow rise, and then he wants it to skyrocket because it's done that in the past. So we'll see what happens. What is that spike? Oh, that must have been COVID. That's crazy. Dang. You know what's funny though is during that the stock market didn't crash. Am I wrong? Last one we got Colin Talks Crypto. This is our M2 money supply guy, by the way, guys. He said if MicroStrategy gets added to the S&P 500, it will trigger $15 billion of forced buying based on funds tracking it. Well, will MicroStrategy get added? Blah, blah, blah. I guess they hit all the checks to get added, but they have not been added yet. So Dogecoin's first ETF could launch next week, allegedly, according to Cointelegraph. According to Ledger, between 2.3 million and 3.7 million Bitcoin is permanently lost. At least 11% of the total supply is gone forever. That's freaking crazy. $3 billion in shorts will be liquidated if Bitcoin hits 117K. Very cool. Remember, gold moves first, Bitcoin follows harder. So we got another potential correlation chart. Gold, Bitcoin, gold, Bitcoin. Is this right? Or which one's gold? I think this is gold up here. Yeah, this is. So we got gold. No, gold has to be the golden one, right? Yeah. Am I crazy? They don't tell you which one's which. This is Bitcoin, because I remember the double tap. Okay. So gold moves first, and then Bitcoin. Gold, Bitcoin, gold just ripped. Bitcoin's about to rip. I actually really like this one. I haven't seen this one yet. This comparison. I'm going to repost it to inform the masses. Jack Mahler says we're likely to see the greatest bull market in the history of bull markets. Bitcoin supply shock incoming. Hell yeah. Golden cross for altcoins. History is repeating. Number go off. We shall see. The DApp analyst. Most people are not expecting the next move. Altcoins are about to explode. This is the chart of the Russell 2000 index about to break all-time highs. If this isn't the biggest send signal, I don't know what is. If you hold ADA, you should be paying attention. Okay, I like it. Bitcoin dominance is falling off a cliff, and that means your altcoins are about to make you rich. Let's freaking go. And then last but not least, we got a Coinfessions here. Aped $500 into a token early 2023 and held for months. Was a whale with my initial buy, turned it into 80K and played around with profits, managed to get to 120K overall in 8 months. If I'd held my original token to April 2024 at the top, would have been worth around 3 million with liquidity to jeet out. Now I haven't hit a decent win all year and am always reloading. I'm tired. So if he would have had, what did he say it would have been worth? 3 mil. So the lesson here is never liquidate your entire bag. Not financial advice. I don't like the idea of getting rid of all of one asset because stuff like this happens. Like if I don't like something or whatever, I'll keep like 10% of my bag. I can take 90% and put it somewhere else and be happy. That way, in case that asset that I suddenly don't like for whatever reason, because it didn't move fast enough or whatever, if that thing goes up 10, 50, 100, 1000x, I still own some. And I will not have 100% regret. Oh no, I could have been a billionaire and now I have nothing to show for it. I will still have something to show for it. And my brain will thank me. Next, we got our portfolio updates. Bitcoin is chilling at 110, 242, and 40 cents. Alts look decent here. I'm not really feeling the Saturday vibes. Usually Saturday and Sunday kind of poopy. Recognize that I like the scene where they talk about there's 3 types of people in the world. You got assholes, dicks, and pussies. Yeah, it's kind of true. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $109. Currently, Sol and ADA are still the only good performers. Sol is up $20, ADA's up $6. Render, Ondo, Doge, Proppy, Near, Fetch, Shib, and Aptos are all dragging her down. Aptos is actually down $31. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio. Slowly recoupling to the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio, down $115. This portfolio has 2 assets in profit. WIP is up $46, Pepe is up $3, Doge, SNEK, and Giga are all down. Giga is down $116, which is freaking crazy. Then we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite, and what used to be the best performer and most stable. Right now, it's probably still the most stable, but it's not a great performer. It's currently up $50. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. Currently, VeChain is the only one that's down. It's down 15 bucks. Fetch is up $2. Tau is up $9. Mana's up $14. And Pepe is up $38. And then last but not least, so far the greatest performer, a portfolio based entirely on entering when the prices are low and everyone is bearish. The perfect entry portfolio, 9 assets. We are $140 in profit. Every single one of these assets has been voted on entirely by you, the community, and you guys absolutely killed it so far. We got 2 assets in the red. Render is down $17 and the graph is down $3. Crow, or I'll go from down up. Ondo is break even, up 88 cents. Pith is up $7. We just added that one yesterday. Sui is up $8. ETH is up $10. Sol is up $11. Chainlink is up $47. And Crow is up $72. This portfolio is killing it. And I'm very excited. We got one more slot to fill. If we get any more downside out of the crypto market, we will add that. Otherwise, we'll wait. You know, if it rips like crazy and then it dips afterwards, we'll buy it during the dip, which will probably be significantly higher than here. But that's the risk you take when you're trying to time the market. So far, 90% of it being bought at the lows. If this ends up being the lows, that's pretty dang good. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Cheers, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. Okay, 12 hour. All right, yeah, it's quiet. We got 109, 834. Yep. And then 111, 161. Yep. So yeah, let's see where Bitcoin takes us. So far, it's been a pretty quiet weekend, but I would love to see this thing just go absolutely bananas. But anyways, guys, I'm probably going to call it a little bit early today. Got some cookies to bake and stuff like that, so I'm going to take off. I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Saturday, and good night.